From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park. Tuesday baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Baltimore Orioles.
And getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Just about ready to roll. And here comes Carlos Correa.
Number 1, Carlos Correa.
And we're underway in Baltimore. On the ground right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. A great play deep in the hole. Now we check out the Astros lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Bradish certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. The 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Just missed it.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Off the plate,
so
ball 1.
When you look at that, he's not completely preventing hitters from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That missed by a lot. Full count now. Stays alive. And a payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And he put up quite the battle on the way to the walk. It took 11 pitches. Outside with a breaking ball. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Gone into the flag court. He muscles that one out of here. The Astros strike first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. Swing at a ground ball, and it goes just foul. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants. 0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Just missed. He goes down looking. 2-run shot for the Astros this inning. And it's 2-zip. Back now at Oriole Park. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Spencer Arrighetti. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
That one not close. Ball 2. That's a strike. Attacked with the sweeper. And down on strikes. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Gunnar Henderson, batting with one down, takes a strike. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
The 0-1. And that's in there at the knees. That one way inside. Now A quick throw to first.
No,
and he's
he's
back
in
in
there.
easily. Henderson at first, one gone. Okay, this one bounces away from Vasquez. And now a man into scoring position.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Aye.
Man at second. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Astros 2 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore, now here's the Astros designated hitter, Dustin Harris. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one. That clips a corner. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
One away.
Batting seventh, catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
That one fouled off.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2-2 down. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now, Daniel Johnson.
Well,
Two down, nobody on. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Braden Shoemake up next for the Astros. Good power, not great in the OBP department. In the air, left side. Ward has a beat on it, and that is that. One hit, one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Astros 2 and the Orioles nothing. Bottom of the second. Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Right fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That misses the zone, and that is ball one. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting sixth, catcher, Daniel Vasallo.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jeremiah Jackson.
Hey.
And now the 0-1. Fought off foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Walker over to Correa for one. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Hey.
Next pitch inside. Ball one. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Fires to third, but he's back. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And that's the third out. One left for the Orioles. They trail things here 2-0. On to the third inning. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Carlos Correa.
Ball down.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. Two one now. Foul ball there.
Let's go, Kyle.
2-2. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder Jordan Alvarez.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Outside, that's a ball.
Correa gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Got hit. First base.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman
Isaac Paredes getting ready to hit. He walked and came around to score his first time up. That's in there. That's strike one. Sliced hard but foul. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Ball.
Dive, and he's got it. To his knee, the throw, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman Christian Walker.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Keegan Aiken, the left-hander, up and throwing. Number 66, warming up as well. Pitch misses. Ball one.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to Jackson. That's 1. Over to Alonso. Double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. He's 0 for 1.
Aye.
Two outs and 1 in scoring position. In the air, left field. And that is that. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Astros 3 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore, digging in, Blaze Alexander.
Blaze Alexander.
Eric Getty back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 2.
Next pitch
Ball
is
3.
downstairs. Towards first, Walker. He takes it on his own. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Swinging a foul straight back. Oh, 1 now. Swing and a miss.
That's ball 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Orioles, the shortstop.
2 down, bases empty. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
It was a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Next offering is fouled back. Jackknifes out of the way. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail in this one 3-0. Back now at Oriole Park. So now the Astros designated hitter, Dustin Harris.
Nope, that's down.
That pitch gets the corner, and it's 1-1. Next offering way upstairs. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Astros, catcher, Christian Vasquez.
All 1.
Misses
Nope,
again,
that's
5
inside.
in a row. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Late swing, fouled off. The 2-1. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
Man at second. Too low, ball four.
Now batting, left fielder, number 31.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kyle Bradish won't go any further tonight, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Coming out for the Orioles, Keegan Aiken. He's making his second appearance of the season. And next to hit for Houston, Daniel Johnson. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. The 0-1. That one kicks away from the catcher. The throw to third. Tag safe. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges.
Inside, ball two.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Ball one.
Two on, one out.
Hey.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Here's Carlos Correa, 1 for 2.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed. Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Next offering is fouled back. Two on, two outs.
Ball one.
Swing and a ball line to center. Base hit into the outfield. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now one miss.
Outside.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. The Astros trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Ball 2.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Vasquez coming around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 5-0.
Comes through with the RBI. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Keegan Aiken will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching
Andrew Kittredge comes on now. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Kittredge.
Isaac Paredes, the next to hit. Here comes the 0-1. And a foul ball. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Swing and a bouncer. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. And midway in the 4th, it's the Astros 5 and the Orioles nothing. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman.
Is hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-1. Late on that fastball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one to first. Walker steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Johnson going back on this one. And that one is out of here. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit them. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. Tyler O'Neill now at the plate. And there's a ball. Out to short. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. Pretty nice play there.
Great reaction there to get to the baseball, secure it, and then no time to get up and throw. Throws from one knee. That's a guy that's got a lot of confidence in his arm strength and accuracy.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Two down, nobody on.
Aye.
What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Orioles close the gap on the homer. It's now 5-1. Back here in Baltimore. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker.
Here we go, Andrew.
Nice grab. And they get the out.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder Cam Smith.
Foul ball. Yo, one. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Jackson throws to first in time. And the first two set down at the top of the fifth.
Next for the Astros, the designated hitter Dustin Harris.
And next is the designated hitter, Dustin Harris.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Two down, nobody on. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're up 5-1. Back now at Oriole Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jeremiah Jackson digs in now.
Jackson.
First
Ball
pitch,
one.
and he has to get out of the way.
Hey.
The 1-1.
That's a ball.
Just
Ball three.
missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That keeps the zone, and it's a full count.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Grounds one to short. Correa. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Dylan Beavers.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Here's your 1. Out towards right center field. Alvarez under it. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Orioles, third baseman
Blaze Alexander,
Blaze
the next to hit for the
Alexander.
Orioles. Grounded out his first time up.
Nope.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor Ward.
Way
That's
to
a
lay
ball.
off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. A massive home run. And they slice into the lead. It's 5-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 2 down at the plate. Gunnar Henderson. Here comes the 0-1. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Bennett Sousa, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Abreu, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well.
Ball 2.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Last half of inning number 5. And that one ripped to left. Rings it in. That is the inning. Orioles close the gap on the homer. It's now 5-3. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Coming on for the Orioles, number 66. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Yep, that ball went out.
And the 1-0. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Let's go, Tony. All right, Orioles, come on.
Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off. This one in the air center field. Henderson should have this one. And there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Daniel Johnson up next for the Astros. First pitch misses. And that's outside.
Hey!
The 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2. That one is
That's
upstairs. Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Payoff pitch. And there's ball
That
4.
pitch is in.
Talk about a battle at the plate. 10 pitches. He earned that walk.
When you go that deep into an
Second
at-bat,
baseman,
the hitter usually comes out on top.
Hey!
Quick move to first,
No,
and he
he's
dives
safe.
back in safely. The 0-1 inside, almost got him. The 1-1. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He makes the grab, out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Carlos Correa will hit next.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Run around the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one to first, and that's just foul. The shortstop takes the ball. Johnson at second with 2 down. Squirts away a little bit. Throw into third. Tag safe. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Here's a 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Astros 5 and the Orioles 3.
Now pitching for
Back
Houston,
now for the bottom of the
number
6th,
62,
and there's a new pitcher on the
Bennett
mound.
Sousa.
Bennett Sousa.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later
Leading off
innings.
for the Orioles, designated hitter, Adley Rutschman.
Slapped foul.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Out to center. Alvarez on his way over, and there's one down.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Brian King preparing to come on if needed. Okert also getting ready. The 1-0. Sousa in his 3rd season. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
3-2 on the way. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And next for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill. Outside corner, there's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Orioles held in check there. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Tyler Wells.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Leading off for the Astros, center fielder Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Oh, 1 down. And that one fouled off. Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one.
For the Astros, third baseman Ethan Paredes.
On the ground to third, Alexander.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman Christian Walker.
And now it's Christian Walker. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Yennier Cano, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. The 1-0. Just off the inside edge.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Challenge from behind the dish here, so the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. Walker not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. The Astros trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and they're loaded.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Ripped to first, caught.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game. Just unlucky at a really unfortunate time right there.
All loaded up. Dustin Harris up next for the Astros. Golden opportunity right here. Ground ball could be 2. Throws to Henderson. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
That one fouled off. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they pick up a run on no hits, but they leave 2 men on. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Astros 6 and the Orioles 3. Back here in Baltimore, now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo. The Orioles in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Ball, that's low.
In for a strike, good slider.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Hey!
1-1. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Up next for the
Well, an
Orioles,
aggressive slide at second
center
base, but
fielder,
it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
1 out man at first. So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers.
Ball, that's in.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Bennett Sousa departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Brian King. Fouled off down the right side. Step off throw to first.
No, he's safe.
And he's back in safely. The 0-1. Out towards right center field. It gets down, a base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next for the Orioles.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
And that's in for a strike. Late swing, fouled off. Gonna count 1 and 2. Caught him looking for the K.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back now at Oriole Park, and stepping in for the Astros, Daniel Johnson.
Well, these Astros, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
1 down.
And 8 extra base hits is a big number, and it's pretty clear the offense is just feeding off each other at this point. And confidence is contagious.
That one lifted to left. and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Back to the top of the order now. So next up for Houston, Carlos Correa. There's a strike. In the air to left center, Beavers on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Astros are down quietly, but they still lead at 6-3. And we're back. And the batter will be the shortstop, number 2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Ball, that's outside.
Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Fouled off left side. The 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And one gone. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
That's a ball.
The Astros leading by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball 2.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Johnson takes it in for the out. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Alonso in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. And a foul ball. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that misses. 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. This one popped up right side. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3.
Now pitching.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off for Houston, center fielder Jordan Alvarez.
that's outside. Nope, that's off the plate.
Cano,
Ball
the
2.
tall righty. He features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a four-seamer, and occasionally works in a
That's
splitter.
ball 3.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Three-0 down. That one misses,
ball 4.
so a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
That one misses. That's 5 straight. Movement in the bullpen. Number 48, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. And the 1-0. Can't find it here.
Ball
That's
2.
6 straight balls. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Cut on and missed. Throw down to second. There in plenty of time. He's caught stealing. And it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2 on the way. And that skips into dirt. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one lifted in the air center field. Beavers drifts towards it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman
Christian Walker up next for the Astros. He's already homered here in this one.
Right through there for a strike. Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th.
That's a good
That's
miss
inside.
off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Got it. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing there for Houston as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead.
now pitching for
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Angel De Los Santos.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Leading off for the Orioles, right fielder Tyler O'Neill.
Slider clips the zone. And that is in for a strike. 0-2.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Foul ball there. The 0-1. There's a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Ball,
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings through it for the K. And the Orioles down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Jackson gets out of the way. That's ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit. One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Astros trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fights that one away, still 1-2. De Los Santos is just 1 strike away. Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Next to hit, Blaze Alexander. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Tying run at the plate. That one just misses.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
One outside, 2-2. Just missed.
That's a really good take.
Taylor Ward would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
The tying run at the plate. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.